What's the deal? What's the deal, man? Politics. We back. Got the homies, man. We got to talk NBA. We got to talk NFL. We got some current events, man. The George Floyd case is going on. Let's see if they finally serve some justice in America. But we already know they up to their usual tricks. I got a couple of the homies with me. Always got the homie Yaja Kettit here, man. He's the constant. But I got T Reed here, man, and the boy, the Mr. MIA. You know what I'm saying? That's great.
Hey, Mister, go grab a bag, nigga. Mister, grab a bag.
So the first thing we want to get to, man, today is the Clippers are looking to add, man. They ain't done. They added Rondo, which makes them the favorite. I don't care about Andre Drummond. It makes them the favorite with a point guard. And now they're going to add another big man. DeMarcus Cousins has been offered a 10-day contract. And after he clears waivers, it looks like he's set to join the Clippers, at least for a 10-day contract. Yaji Kettit, man, what you think? I got to go straight to you on this one. What do you think about the DeMarcus Cousins signing? You think it's going to be a good one? Does that put the Clippers where they need to be?
I think it's good for the Clippers, but I don't think it makes them a favorite at all. I think the sleeper team that people need to stop sleeping on is the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns. There's a lot of people sleeping on them. I'll take the Phoenix over the Clippers. I think the Rondo move was a better move. I don't know what DeMarcus Cousins they gonna get, but I mean, since the wacko Lakers, are tweaking their roster, even though they were supposed to. And never mind, I just keep going. Even though the Lakers tweaking their roster and everything, it does give you a big body to go against Drummond, but Cousins don't play no defense. So if he can give them some scoring when PG don't show up and with Kawhi, then it's a good pickup. Hopefully they ain't done. They need to pick up something else, but it's a good move. I like it. Any team that's going to knock off the Lakers is a team I like.
Yeah, that's not going to be the team, though. That's not the team. That's not
any team. I don't care who it is.
It's not going to be them.
I would say this. It's good for the Clippers because with Drummond to the Lakers, once AD gets back and healthy, and they're gonna have the best front court in the league. DeMarcus Cousins, I think, those days of him like getting 25 and 15, like he was in Sacramento, are probably over. But he might give you a good game here and there, like he did for Golden State a couple years ago. I think, every team is still kind of tweaking, waiting for the buyout people. Even the Lakers, even though they got Drummond, I think they still gonna get somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's done. Once everybody's kind of done, it's settled, and everybody's back. That's what I think is gonna be real. I don't really buy Phoenix, yet. I think they're good. They might win a round in the playoffs. I don't think they would beat the Lakers or the Clippers, to be honest. I think it's going to be in our LA final in the Western Conference Finals, unless they meet in the semifinals. But last but not least, got to shout out old school UCLA, make it to the Final Four. Let's get it. Shock the world, beat Gonzaga.
If we talk about the Lakers, I'm going to put a cap on it. All Lakers talk is cap.
What?
Come on, man.
Man, you can't cap shit. First of all, I don't even know why the hell we even having a conversation about the damn Clippers. Nigga, they gonna be man, put that nigga, man, that nigga's trash. Man, that nigga's over. He's done. I don't even know why we even talking about DeMarcus Cousins.
He's done.
He's done. What? What do you think he's gonna do?
Okay, so
What do you
we
think
got
DeMarcus Cousins?
we
What do you
we,
think
we have
DeMarcus
Serge
Cousins is gonna
Ibaka.
do?
We have Serge Ibaka
I don't
and
care who
Zubac.
y'all got. I don't care who
He's
y'all
gonna be
got.
our third center. He's gonna give us 8 to 10 minutes maximum, and he's gonna give us
Look? I want
three,
to be
four
able to
fouls.
talk like everybody talks without being interrupted. Can I
Okay,
talk?
okay, go ahead.
Look, give me my single screen. Give me my single screen. You niggas get muted real quick. God damn me. I want the same motherfucking respect. All right, now here we go. Yeah, we shouldn't even be talking about the Clippers though. They're not even one of the teams that be worried. Nobody's even worried about the Clippers. They gave up Lou Williams for Rondo. Okay, you got a smarter point guard, but you lost 33 points coming off the bench. You can't replace a Lou Williams. And you replace the Lou Williams for Rondo. How long do you think Rondo's gonna last? You're getting all these old players that might not even last, and who they're on bad. The DeMarcus Cousins is coming off how many fucking injuries? A 10-day contract, and we talking about that. We talking about 10-day contract with DeMarcus Cousins. Nigga, we don't. That's the last thing that we need to be talking about because they're not even a team to beat. Nobody's even worried about these niggas no more. Next.
Rondo is the reason why the Lakers won a championship. Let me tell
you. No, hold on. No, I got my single screen. No, I got my single screen. No, let me get mine. So first of all, you talk about can somebody last, but you got a 36-year-old injured nigga and Anthony Davis that had 1,000 injuries to date. Yeah, he was 27, 28, but he didn't had 28 damn injuries in his NBA career.
It's not the same, Kay. It's not the same, Kay.
It's not the same, Kay. Somebody lasting, man. Your players ain't lasting for you to make that statement. Get healthy before you can talk about somebody else's health. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just mad.
Nobody's mad.
Because y'all finna be in the basement, man. Y'all thought this repeat.
Y'all niggas been in the basement. You niggas been in the basement. The Clippers been in the basement.
Stop.
You guys are some choke artists.
I think that the DeMarcus Cousins signing will be big, man. Because if he could give us 6 to 8 minutes, yes, man, we need an enforcer. With Pat Beverly. What Pat Beverly?
What is Marcus Morris?
What is Marcus Morris? I thought he was the enforcer. Morris and DeMarcus Cousins coming off. We got Bulls coming off that bench.
You guys have got
12 deep. We're the deepest
you guys have got terribly worse.
We're the deepest team in the league right now.
Worse. You guys lost Montrezl Harrell.
My question,
you guys
my question.
Montrezl does nothing for the Lakers.
He does nothing for the Lakers. All these caps that I'm hearing for Lakers. Falling off. My question is for all the Laker fans out there is before this season started, I'm still waiting for the one to answer this question for me, Caleb. For all the Laker fans out there, y'all stated in the beginning of the season that you guys are about to get it back to back, right?
Ronnie, shut up, Ronnie.
And that you guys are the team to beat. And you guys are the team to beat. So my question is to the Lakers fans. If you guys are the team to beat, could a Laker fan please come out and say that you guys are switching your roster because you guys aren't better than the Brooklyn Nets?
We're not even talking about the Brooklyn Nets right now. We're talking about the bum-ass Clippers. Let's stay on topic.
Okay, but why can't they are not. They are not.
Why can't you? Can somebody answer the question for me?
We'll see about Brooklyn. I promise you this. Brooklyn, they accumulating a lot of talent, but the talent got to mesh. Just because you just get these players, it got to mesh. I think the Lakers have been there and done it.
For the Laker Nation, could somebody in the Laker Nation, maybe in the comment box or something, could somebody in the Laker Nation tell me that you guys are switching your roster, which in the beginning of the year, you guys said everybody got to compete against y'all because y'all got to Are you guys switching your roster because
we
guys
made one mistake?
scared
We
of
should have
Brooklyn
kept the white. We made one mistake. We should have kept the white, but we didn't. So we eradicated that mistake by getting Drummond.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We should have kept the white, but we eradicated that. We got a better Dwight in Drummond.
That's not cap. I'm taking off another cap. That's true.
With the Drummond, y'all really believe that y'all back to back in it? So y'all think that it's gonna go Lakers, Brooklyn, Lakers in what?
6.
Lakers in 6. What's your prediction, Tez?
That's cap.
I don't know. I say go to 7. I can't call it. I won't even say. It goes 7. It goes 7.
Who wins?
7. I can't call a winner. It goes 7 games. Man.
Lakers in 6.
You can't say that.
If it goes 7 with Brooklyn,
you can't say that because who's gonna guard Durant? Who's gonna guard Harden? We got to think about these things.
Who's gonna guard Anthony Davis? Durant and Anthony Davis gonna cancel each other out.
You can't say they're gonna cancel each other. You can't say cancel out. You can't say cancel out. We can't do cancel.
If Durant gets 30, AD gonna get 30 because Durant can't guard AD. That's who's gonna guard each other.
Well, who's gonna stop James Harden?
Who's gonna stop LeBron?
Brooklyn is
who's gonna stop Kyrie?
The one then.
Kyrie's gonna stop Kyrie. He might disappear in the finals and say he's going on a nature trip.
Disappear in the finals? He made the biggest shot in finals history.
No. I ain't talking about his game.
Look at
Kyrie might say like, "Oh man, I don't feel like playing. We should start our own league." You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like playing. We got, I got to show my blackness or something. He might just disappear. Like I ain't playing. I ain't playing in the finals.
Did y'all answer my question, Laker fan?
You know who was the MVP? MVP of the bubble for the Lakers? Our point guard, Rajon Rondo. No way in hell that y'all would have made it through that bubble without the way Rondo played.
Man, nobody.
It don't matter now. This is this year. And we gonna bring back Andy Brown. This is this year.
So last year we wasn't washed up.
You guys won't.
Last year
you guys won't get one. You guys won't get a ring.
Y'all just mad that Kawhi gonna leave and go to Miami.
Is the Lakers? Could you guys answer my question? Are the Lakers retooling their roster because they know they can't beat the Brooklyn Nets?
Man, stop talking about the Lakers.
No, I think
why won't they answer the question?
They're retooling it. They retooling the roster because they know they need to get better.
Thank you.
I think this hurt. Them getting LeBron and AD getting hurt was a blessing in disguise because they needed a break. Remember, you only had like 30 days off after the finals. So now they got another month to rest up their body.
I'm taking off.
Make the stretch run.
I'm taking off all my caps because finally a Laker fan came out and said that they are retooling because they know they're not better than the Brooklyn Nets. Instead of living in fantasy world saying we're the best, we're the best. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What does it have to do? What does this? We're the best have to do with any fucking thing? We're the defending champions, nigga.
Everybody, he ain't living in fantasy world. He ain't living in fantasy world.
And y'all really
the
think
real reality is we won the championship last year, nigga.
Bubble
That's
championship.
Reality.
Right now, Andre Drummond was the last
that the Clippers don't got.
Who did they play against? They played against a 5th seed with 2 injuries, key injuries. Get out of here with that.
We beat them. You guys didn't.
How do you beat them?
You beat them.
You beat a team that didn't have the key players.
It doesn't matter. We won, nigga.
Okay. Let's move on. We got to get to this NFL, man. So they didn't.
Let's go.
They didn't switch the whole game up, man. It's a 17-game regular season. They took away a preseason game and added it to a regular season game. So now it's 17 regular season games in the NFL. These niggas are so money hungry, it's ridiculous. This is obviously a money play. And all the players was against it, but these niggas still did it, man. So what's y'all thoughts on the 17-game NFL season? I think that all the records that ever was set is all gonna be broken now. Besides Tom Brady, 1,000 championships. That's the only record that's going to set.
Look, I can tell you this: it's a money grab for the owners. They want more money. They want more revenue. The NFL Players Union is the weakest out of all three professional sports. So, like, they always getting done by the NFL owners. The owners got all the power. You know, the owners do we gonna add this, take away this, add this. Players have no say so. Now the players do get a bigger piece of the pie, and they get a little bit more money. But ain't nobody gonna be lasting 17 games. Everybody gonna be hurt.
Hell yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They'll be hurt. Everybody gonna get hurt at least once. They're gonna have to do 2 buys minimum to let if people want to last. Otherwise, all these stars they see, Patrick Mahomes and all these people gonna get hurt.
You see, but that's all that matters is if the quarterback is in the game. If it's not the quarterback, they don't care about the receiver or these niggas getting hurt. As long as the quarterback is healthy and ready to play, that's all that matters to them, man, as far as the league wise.
That's true. I agree with that.
Everybody else is replaceable.
Hell yeah. That's how they feel. That's how they really feel. They feel like the quarterback is the main ingredient to everything, nigga. It really, you see it with Tom Brady, nigga. They surround everything around Tom Brady. Protect the quarterback. Fuck protect the quarterback. As long as you got one of them niggas right there, man, that's all they really care about. And it's definitely a money grab because, nigga, why would you extend the season? They already complaining about the season being too long. Why would you add an extra game? So, I don't know. They slave owners. What the fuck y'all think? You niggas gonna do what the fuck we tell you niggas to do? If we tell you niggas to go out there and play 20 games, you niggas gonna go play 20 games. They never gonna have no say so until they do some shit and start their own league. Somebody gotta stand up, man. Somebody gotta do something because it's gonna get even worse than this. I'm telling you, it's gonna get worse than this. This is just the start of everything. 17 games in the season. This is the start of something else. I'm telling you.
Hey, listen. The NFL stands for niggas freaked over league. So that's what it stands for. Niggas freaked over league. That's what it is. Now, for everybody that's in the NFL, I'm gonna help y'all out. Listen, all you do is act like you got COVID and you get out of that game. That's it. Just act like you COVID. Just act like you got COVID. Oh, I can't play this game. Boom. You gotta go through the COVID protocols. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, I don't feel good. You better call it an off day. Like you better do something. Because next thing you know, next season, y'all about to play more games than the NBA. 82 games in the
Hey, you know the fucking the crazy thing about the whole shit, nigga. They season is finna start like in no time too. So it's the same thing like the NBA. Like you're not really getting as much rest as they used to. And nigga, how long do you expect players to continue to do this shit, nigga? Ending one season, month break, and getting back to it, like especially for football players because nigga, their preparation for the season is a lot more intense. You know, they go through the whole training camp thing, and they really need all that time that they give them in football. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how many players actually survive this shit. Because nigga, you're gonna have a lot of niggas with some broken bones and shit out there for real. Because it's like the preparation. It's like they don't get no preparation for the fucking season no more. They gonna get 2 months break and they gonna be fucking back to training camp. That's stupid as fuck.
And nobody watches the preseason anyway, so that's why.
Exactly. Nobody gives a fuck about the preseason.
And if I was a player, I mean, I'll sit out the first game. I mean, the first game really don't matter. You can still make the playoffs losing at least one game.
Look, I won't play. Hey, I won't start playing till week 10, nigga.
I still got 7 games after that.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. That league, them niggas is cracking the whip, man.
Man, what?
Ever since Kaepernick took a knee, man, the NFL been trying to crack the whip on everything.
That's real shit. Hey, that's real shit. because
They
they
ain't
already
allowing
know.
shit.
I know because you know what they already thinking. They like, nigga, somebody's gonna come up because you already see Cube came up with the big three. You know, somebody gonna get smart on their dog ass, nigga.
The
Hey,
XFL, Dwayne
hey,
Johnson.
no,
We
hey,
were just
yeah,
talking about that.
the XFL. That's just one thing. That's just one thing. And now they're gonna have something to compete with the NFL. The same thing with the NBA. There's gonna be something, another entity that's gonna compete with them. That's gonna make players start going over there. I'm telling you, because it's gonna be a lot more freedom. That's what players are looking for, a lot more freedom. Nigga, they ain't trying to. Nigga, they got these niggas like they're in prison and shit. What the fuck?
All right, man. So we got to get to this Quavo Sweetie shit, man. So a video came out of Quavo, I guess, taking his they say that he's attacking Sweetie. Have you guys seen the video? Because I wanna hear y'all thoughts on it before I put mine on it.
Well, I saw it.
I haven't seen it.
I seen
Go
a
ahead.
clip of it on you know, like Instagram. You know, everybody posts everything. Like, I don't know if she was trying to leave or she was trying to take his bag or something like that. And like it was, he didn't smack her in the face or nothing, but he like pushed her to the ground and grabbed her bag. And like kind of she stayed on the ground and he just like stood over her, you know, from the video. Like I said, it was only about 10, 15 seconds. I don't know what was going on, but you could tell they were arguing, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know what was going on, but it was, like I said, it reminded me of the Beyonce's sister and Jay-Z thing on the elevator. Like, you know, you know, like wrestling on the elevator. Quavo stopped because he saw the camera. He looked up and saw the camera and he was like, yeah, I ain't gonna touch her. I ain't finna go to prison or whatever. So, from what I saw, it was just a little bit of wrestling or whatever like that. Yeah, so it was crazy though. I mean, obviously all this stuff comes out now that they're broken up. I wouldn't be surprised if something else come out, you know?
All right, so this is what I seen basically. So they in the elevator, and I seen two videos. I seen a longer video. They're in the elevator, and Quavo got a backpack on, and he got a orange case. Now this orange case is an orange Call of Duty case for your console. So he got his PlayStation or his Xbox in his Call of Duty case. So they obviously are arguing, and he's getting ready to shake and get up out of there. So when the elevator opens up, he walks out. She tries to swing on him. He already probably anticipated this because he dodges her with the gypsiness and hit her with the Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But when he Mayweathered her, you know, he dropped his case. So then she tries to grab the case and tries to run. So then he grabs her, and when he grabs her, she just starts like running back into the elevator. So then he's wrestling with her over the case, and she tries to like shield it with her body, and then he like bump her and just go through her to get the case, and she like hit her head on the elevator and fall out. So then she fall out on the ground. He grabbed the case, and then he like standing on over her because they in the elevator, and then the elevator door go open, and this nigga basically just walk out. He didn't help her up or nothing.
Savage. I like that type of shit. I like that.
So basically, it's like he was trying to leave. She tried to swing on him. He dodged it. She tried to take his stuff. He wrestled his stuff back, and in the wrestle, she hit her head. You know, wrestling over the case.
She was the aggressor.
So what are your thoughts on this?
Who, me? Oh, you want to know my thoughts?
Yeah.
Nah. See, I didn't watch the video and shit, but shit, I didn't deal with some crazy ass women, and this nigga Ronnie said Quavo's more. Hey, no, look, no, girls are really aggressive. So I don't know what happened in that situation, but I know I've dealt with some crazy situations, and you know, the best thing to do is just to walk away, no matter what. But nigga, he's under the microscope, like being at that high level and having that much money, nigga. You can't do shit. So anything you do, nigga, look, they looking at that nigga like he from Slap-a-Hoe tribe. So you know what I mean? Like you gotta try to get away from that shit. Fuck that PlayStation, nigga. Fuck that Xbox, nigga. You go buy another one. You got so much money. Like this don't even. I feel like a nigga shouldn't even be. Then, like you shouldn't even be dealing with females like that or going through shit like that when you got that type of money. Like you should already, them days should be behind you. Like know who you fucking with, because these bitches be crazy. Like they be crazy, and he trying to leave her. He like who got more money, Sweetie or Quavo? Who got the most money? Who got more money? Who got more money?
Quavo. Yeah,
Quavo got more money. See, I'm just saying, the money about to walk away. The money about to walk away. I can't let that money walk away. You know what I mean?
What's your thoughts,
more money. He got a lot more money. You know, the Migo. He got that Migo money.
Oh, he got Migo money. Amigo.
Yeah. He got that Migo money.
I didn't see the video, so I can't really say much on it. But if it's off of what you're saying, first thing that comes in my head is there may be something else other than an Xbox in there. But if you fighting over an Xbox or a PlayStation, that's kind of just like Ronnie said. That's kind of market, like over a PlayStation, Xbox. Like you can get sponsored by PlayStation or Microsoft, but other than that, man, get yourself out of the situation. Like if it was an Xbox or a PlayStation, whatever the case may be, you put yourself in that position because you went back to go get it. So in my way my brain goes is maybe there was something else in there that was actually had more value than the PlayStation or Xbox did. So, but I mean, if he didn't hit her, cool. If you pushed her off because she hitting on you, okay, you protecting yourself. You know, I haven't seen the video, so I don't know if, you know, even if she was the aggressor or anything like that, I don't know if he hit her back or like whatever the case may be.
When she reached for that case, she snapped. He was tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like she tried to swing on him, he dodged that. But when she reached for that case, he started tripping, you know, and he like attacked her and took that shit from her. Like that shit was wild.
Now, when you say attack, do you mean like attack like he pushed her, he hit her, or like
he manhandled her? That would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah, see,
he manhandled his case. He manhandled the case away from her.
Yeah, see, at that point, it depends on what's in the case. It may not be an Xbox or PlayStation. It may be something else in the case. That's what I'm thinking. But if it is an Xbox or PlayStation, yeah, it's not worth you manhandling a woman for a PlayStation.
It's really not. So
Truly.
Have y'all heard about what's going down in New York? Weed is now legal in the state of New York. Governor Cuomo has signed the bill, so
That's
it
good.
is now legal to smoke that weed. Mr. H&S, man, what's your thoughts on weed being legal in New York? Are you going to New York to get you some just to smoke weed now?
I'm not going to New York just because they got garbage out there, nigga. You know, I'm from California, nigga. I'm gonna go out there with the Bombay and, you know, be smoking up there with the Statue of Liberty and shit. You know what I mean? Now these punk ass New York PD can't say nothing to a nigga while I'm blowing this backwood. You feel me? But no, you know, that's great. And the more states that pass it, man, the better it is for niggas like me.
Well, I would say this. I figure eventually within the next.
I like to smoke everywhere. Shit.
Within the next 10 to 20 years, I think every state will have legalized weed. We're gonna be like Holland, man. You know, I played professional ball in Holland for 4 years. And like you can go to the red light district, back then, I don't know how it is now. You can go get you 2 blunts and a coffee for like $2.50. And it's already wrapped and everything. Like you just smoke it and chill in the spot. So, the weed thing, I think is going, like I said, it's going to just be, it starts with like the big cities.
That's dope.
California, New York, and then it's going to just spread to everybody else.
And I feel the same way. I mean, cool. I see it more as it creates more jobs, more entrepreneurs, be able to get their weed business going on. So it's a good thing. It's creating business. That's what we need.
Agreed.
I don't know, man. I think it's a ploy, man. I think that weed gonna start fucking up, man. They gonna start taxing weed. It's gonna be bad to get it. They gonna start putting, you know what I'm saying, shit in it. Weed already ain't what it used to be. I think that it's some type of end game. The government always got an end game, so we just got to figure out what is they reason why they doing this shit. Like, man, like I don't know, man, but the fact that niggas still gonna be sending the packs out there. So I guess now that it's legal, man, if you the pack man, you got to be ready, man. Like you better start getting your packs ready right now because niggas need them.
Yeah, they're gonna tax it.
We'll see, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, like it started, Colorado, California, Oregon, New York. It's gonna be. I wonder, will states like Texas and like them down south states, Arkansas, them other states like them down south. I wonder will they legalize weed? Because if they do, then everybody else will. Along like cities like Michigan and Ohio, all that,
I think once they, like a lot of these states, once they start really seeing like California, Colorado, New York, Washington State, and stuff like that, once they really start seeing these states getting profit, they're gonna jump on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did y'all see any of the George Floyd case? So Chauvin is on trial right now for George Floyd's murder, and today they brought up in court that fentanyl was found in George Floyd's system. So now they're trying to say that he was high off of fentanyl when the matter happened, trying to, I guess, slander his name, or I don't understand what that has to do with what was done to him. So what do you think is the reason why they're bringing this up, and what does that do for the case?
It just reminds me of the Rodney King thing, like how they say how Rodney King was like super intoxicated and this and that, and they felt scared for their life. That's why they were, hitting them with the stick and beating them or whatever. I feel like they're trying to establish something, like the defense for the cops. They're trying to establish like, he was like some drug addict that they couldn't control, and so they had to do something drastic, I would hope that, whoever's on the jury could see through it, and that they just know that it was a murder, plain and simple. You can't do that to any person and expect just to get away with it and just be cool with that. I think, like I said, I just hope the jury would see that and see through it and be like, because obviously what the cops are trying to do is they're trying to create reasonable doubt, like something to get them off, So we'll see what happens. It's early now, but we'll see. Hopefully, something good happens. Because it got to stop.
Yeah, I agree with my brother on this one. I think they're just trying to create reasonable doubt But at the end of the day, even if he was a strung out drug addict or whatever the case may be, uh, you still had your knee on his neck and he was handcuffed. So what he ain't even moving at that point. So it doesn't matter. Oh, he can have cocaine in the system. You still were able to detain him or arrest him or whatever you want to do. You were still able to detain him. He was on the ground, and all 3 or 4 of you guys were on one particular person that at some point was not moving. So with him not moving, okay, cool. Why are you still on him? He wasn't resisting or anything at that point. Once he was pretty much didn't have a pulse, you were still on him with your hand in your pocket, like everything's all cool. And the what I was listening to when I was getting my haircut was the off-duty firefighter. She was going over there and she was talking to him, asking him questions about, hey, like, does he got a post? Does he got a post? And she came out and she said, hey, I'm a firefighter for Minneapolis, or whatever you say. I'm a firefighter. I'm a firefighter. And one of the cops told her from her testimony was, oh, if you were really a firefighter, then you know not to interfere in cop business. At that point, he's probably dead. And she's over here like, yo, that's too much force on one body.
Mm-hmm.
And all that force on one body, whether what was ever in his system, and he's handcuffed. He's handcuffed. So what? It doesn't matter. If he's handcuffed, why do you need 3, 4 people on him? Why you still got to be on his neck? Maybe they're trying to put the point out there as in, we didn't kill him. It was because of the job that we did. And that's the reason why he died, because he had this in his system, and then we arrested him, and then all the excitement or whatever, that killed him. Maybe they're trying to go with that.
I don't know, man, because the charges are murder 2, murder 3, and manslaughter. So first of all, he's not going to get found guilty on all 3 of these. So they did that so that he can probably get classified as a manslaughter, and they're probably going to beat the murder 2 and the murder 3. Now, murder 2 and murder 3 don't even constitute, those don't constitute life sentences, and manslaughter does not constitute life sentences. So no matter whether he's found guilty for one or all of these, none of these constitute a life sentence. So the chances are, even if he goes to jail, it's going to be between 2 to 10 years if he's found guilty. So even if he's found guilty for one of these charges, he's probably going to do 2 to 5 years and be gone with the rest of his life and his pension, because his wife divorced him, and when she divorced him, she gets to get his pension. But then they've been cited together as if they're still dating and they're still together. So that was just a ploy for him to get his pension and still live out his days. He's going to go to jail for maximum 2 to 5 years, and they're going to move on from this.
Well, I know from the okay. No, I was going to say, you want to go? From the Rodney King one, they only spent like 5 to 10. The cops that beat Rodney King, they didn't spend a lot of time in prison. Even though Rodney King survived, then like George Floyd, where they passed, they didn't spend a lot of time in jail. None of them did, With the murder 2, he could get 20, but most likely, like you said, he'll probably get 10, and then he'll get out in 5 for good behavior, Murder 3, you get like 15 max, maybe, and in manslaughter, it just all depends, like you can get 5, you can get 15, you can get 20. But I don't think I think it's all going to go concurrently, all 3, if he got convicted on all 3. So, like you said, like max, I would say you'll probably do 10, years in prison. And like I said, George Floyd is gone forever. So his daughter ain't gonna never see him again.
That's true. My whole thing, I guess I would say too, is if this is judged by the peers and everything of that nature, we already know that the system is messed up. You know, we know the system's freaked up. That's why he didn't get first degree murder, right? My hope is us as people. I think this trial is going to see if they give him manslaughter or whatever the case may be. I think it just shows where we are as people, because whatever he gets, it was because that's what the jury wanted. It's not in the judge's hands. It's not in nobody else's hands. It is technically in the hands of the people, us, the ones that either try to skip over our what is it, our jury duty and stuff like that. So it's on us, and I'm just hoping that the people come through and give them, like, do something. I mean, if they don't, it really just shows me, like, Minnesota, the people of Minnesota.
I feel it, man. We definitely gotta watch and see what happens here. I don't think that they're gonna acquit him of all three charges because it's just too blatant. It's too long of a video. There's too many witnesses. There's too much going on for them to just acquit him. But if they give him murder 3 or manslaughter, he can definitely sleep well knowing that he ain't in there for murder 1, carrying a life sentence like he should be, because that was just a blatant murder of a black man live in the middle of the street in
Are you
broad
able to
daylight.
reach out? Are you're not able to like?
No, habeas corpus. You cannot be tried for the same thing twice. So if you
Okay.
beat it, so whatever happens, you can go for a mistrial, and then you can try it again. But
So there's no
whatever,
way he can get charged for murder.
It's like
habeas corpus.
OJ. Just like OJ. OJ lost because of something else. You know, he lost a civil suit for the case. They couldn't retry him after he got found not guilty for what he did to Nicole Brown and the other dude. You know, OJ just messed up because he was, strong arming people for his stuff, and they got him for that.
Hopefully that guy does the same thing.
So we'll see. You know, like, it's gonna be interesting to see really what happens. I feel like if he got found not guilty on all 3, it's going to be like a protest, like, like all sports is going to stop.
Yeah, I definitely believe that if the streets are going to be ablaze, man, if he gets acquitted of all 3.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But it all depends once again on the people.
No, you say that, but the way that the white people stormed the Capitol and nobody did shit, and then this, there's no way that the streets won't go ablaze, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. If he goes away with not a scratch, right? Like, oh, they acquit him he's found not guilty for everything. At the end of the day, that falls on not us, because we weren't in the jury. It falls off on people. We have the power, right? We have as much power as we possibly can to go, okay, cool, put this dude in jail and give him whatever it is. But if he gets away from everything, it was a collective decision in a way of that jury going, he didn't do nothing. And that's us as people. They're pretty much, I'm saying that they represent the people right now. So don't freak up. Represent us as best as you can under the circumstances that we got, because we can't get them for first degree. Get that food for the max of what we can.
Now, have you guys heard about this new travel thing, man? So they're talking about you're going to have a new vaccination passport to travel. And you're going to have proof of vaccination to board planes and trains and travel throughout America, let alone the world. So this is looking like the near future. Right now it's just a thought, but it's soon to become reality. is this going to urge you to get the vaccine just to be able to travel, or would you rather just be grounded and stuck at home, and just say, "Fuck that, I ain't getting this vaccine. I do without it."
Man, okay. This may be a little confrontation. You telling me I'm pro-life. I'm saying I'm pro-life. I'm all about it. We as people have the choice to get rid of a baby before a baby is. You could get rid of a baby at a fetus stage, right? You have the power to make that choice. How they're positioning this vaccine is making it where you don't even have a choice over you. If you have a choice over your body to do that, why don't I have the choice over my body not to get a vaccine? That's my whole standpoint. Because you're making it where I can't do nothing with my life because I don't have you guys' vaccine.
Experimental vaccine.
Experimental vaccine, which there's nothing. I mean, you coming out all last year, you coming out with how many deaths people were dying from COVID. But you ain't coming out letting me know how many people are dying from this vaccine or how many people like what's going on with the vaccine. You ain't telling me all that. Now you coming out also saying that, well, you know what? Animals do get COVID. Animals were the reason why we got COVID. Last week we were talking about a white deer getting COVID. Out of all the random animals in the world, a white deer. Where did you just found a random white deer and you were like, hey, white deer, I'm just going to test you for COVID. Oh, you got COVID. No, you tested. If you're saying animals, it was probably the animals that you tested and you put the COVID in the animals. And now you coming out saying animals are able to get it. So my whole thing is if there's power of choice to get rid of a fetus, let me have the same power of choice to walk around and not have to get a vaccine because it's my body.
Well, I think it's going to eventually, if you want to travel, it's going to be that. I think that's kind of weird because, I know my mom has already got both shots already, because she's a little bit older and kind of a high risk. So she already got both shots. But she still don't want to go nowhere yet until she makes sure it's 100%, that she's good or feeling good. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be like some I Am Legend. For all these vaccines, everybody take these vaccines. Nah, man. I'm just joking. But
no, that's facts.
So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know how they will implement that. I think that they're gonna make you do it. That's gonna take some time to make sure everybody who's traveling has a vaccine shot. I feel like that's gonna take a little bit of time to kind of, move forward. I feel like at least a year, maybe longer.
Yeah, can you imagine that a year from now? You can't travel unless you get vaccinated.
And my thing is,
what if people drive though? What if people drive? What if I say I want to go to Arizona or Vegas and I drive? Then they ain't gonna know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, my thing is, if you're implementing this in the airports and everything like that, right? Then why won't you shut down the airports now? You're allowing me to travel now without a vaccine and ain't nothing happening. So you telling me I got to get a vaccine. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. You're allowing me to go place to place. If I wanted to go to New York and taste some New York weed right now, I can hop up in the airplane. You ain't testing me for no COVID or anything of that nature. I can hop up in the airplane and go to New York. But you want to pump, There's a reason why they want to pump the vaccine in you. And I ain't down for that reason. I don't know what you got in this vaccine, but you trying to pump this in everybody for some kind of reason. Because if I can travel to New York right now and it's cool, why can't I travel a year from now?
Now, jobs, you know that jobs are also doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Is that there are going to be jobs that's going to be requiring the vaccine for you to work there.
Hey, shout out to LA school district, right? Because the LA school district, they try to put that on LA school district where the teachers are suing because they're trying to say that the teachers can't go back to work unless they vaccinated. So the teachers got together and was like, yo, I guess they created a lawsuit saying our job should not be determined by a vaccine. So hopefully they win, because if they lose, then all these other jobs is gonna come out and be like, you gotta be vaccinated to work here. They pumping you with something.
Right.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Well, typical crew wasn't here, man. Y'all got something to say before we get up out of here?
No, I already said it. So we good. Dodgers start tomorrow. Back-to-back Dodgers, back-to-back Lakers. You know, let's get it.
No, let's mess with man.
All right, well, let's get some shout outs before we get up out of here.
Shout out to the Politician podcast, broadcast, and everything that y'all do. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to Brand of Encouragement, Running Wild, Focus on the Future, Man Things. And y'all know I always got to leave y'all with a little something. So I got a little, this goes out to my wife. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what grows between your nose and your chin? Y'all don't know?
No.
Your two lips. Girl, you got the sweetest two lips. You know what I'm saying? You got double the two lips, girl. I just want to let you know. Your top lips is sweet, and then your bottom lips is even sweeter, baby. I'll see you later, girl.
He is funny. I enjoy him very much. But as for me, just obviously same old. Shout out, Politicon, shout out, K. Shout out Athlete's Journey, we got more to come. So we're going to just keep grinding, keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Keep telling y'all the story. Thank everybody for out there listening to Athlete's Journey. If you ain't checked it out, check it out. All 6 episodes is up right now. Like I said, we're going to just keep moving forward.
Yes, sir, man. So, podcast studio up. We got the music studio up. Events coming, man. We got Stephen G coming May 21st. We got a lot of shit coming, man. We're finna hit y'all on the head, man. We're gonna carry this momentum over probably the rest of this year, man. We're finna get ready to do some shit. So look out for your boy. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have like 10 of these on, cause I have to go crazy on them, you know what I'm saying? That's Jesus right there, and that's the Last Supper. Because I always like the story of the Last Supper, because Jesus says, I know one of y'all gonna betray me. Then he still broke bread with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that I always was like, you know what? I took that as a lesson. Like, you ain't gotta, you know the snakes, but you can still break bread with them. That's not for you. That's for God to handle. I don't know what y'all niggas gonna do with y'all lives, man, but I'm gonna get to it, man. Politic in the podcast. We out of here.